I'm Dr. Raghavan. I'm basically a PhD in environmental technology. Basic degree is in botanical science. So I was practicing acupuncture for nearly 10 years. And how I used to do is we used to do the touch therapy. Touch therapy. So some of you have undergone my classes, and what happened after some time, I became sick. So a doctor who has to be healthy became sick. So I thought there should be something wrong. I was trying to cure myself with the touch and other things to work. And my heart enlarged. And I became very sick. And I was not even able to walk. So then I was just wondering why this is happening. Not only for me, some of my students, they also underwent these serious problems. Few of them died. So I was wondering why this has been, because basically acupuncture is a beautiful science. It's absolutely a beautiful science. But the administrative part is wrong. So then I thought, okay, we should look in for some other methodology. Because when we touch a patient or when you needle a patient, what happens is the negative energy comes in. So the negative energy, because energy flows from a higher level to a lower level. The negative energies are very high. So because negative energy and positive, both you have. So what you do is when you are touching somebody, you are passing on your positive energy to the patient. So that if the negative energy is not very high, nothing happens to you. But if the negative energy is very high, you start getting affected. Then I checked up with all parameters. All my chemical parameters are all excellent, but only my heart enlarged and I had serious, large intestine problems. Then I was not able to walk. So then I met one Siddha who said, because you are not supposed to touch. If you touch, that means the energy will come. Otherwise, what they call it as karma. You are taking somebody else's karma. You should not do that. I stopped. So I stopped treating people. And then abruptly, because I had a lot of patients, but I'm still late. I used to get calls. Then I recovered. Then I recovered totally. Then it is not only the touch, your mind also plays a very major part in treatment. So I thought, why not I pass on my experience, which I underwent, and then you educate me. And so that is why we started off this class. Some of them may be for acupuncture practitioners, it may be something, repetition of this thing, but we are going to combine how we are going to tackle our thinking, our thought. Because the most important thing is the thought. Only when the first thing is the thought is born, from the thought only. Suppose you are sitting in front of a computer, but before the computer was born, the thought was born. Only from the thought it matured for a real computer. So likewise, the thought is playing a major role in any disease. So we are going to tackle, but first we will understand the basics of acupuncture. Okay, then that is not only acupuncture, how food, nature, etc. So we will get into all that. Then we will slowly build up. Then how we are going to cure ourselves. We can cure ourselves. There's no problem. So now first shall we get into the subject? Is it okay? Will we?
Yes.
Yeah. Cure yourself, acupuncture therapy. So you see the pepper there. So you don't touch anybody, touch the patient, or you don't directly in touch with the patient. So that I will come to you how you administer the thing later. So we all belong to nature. That you know well. We all belong to nature. That is why whenever you see a natural scene, No, you feel happy about it. What does it give you? Does it give you any money or anything else? But internally you feel very happy because you belong to nature. So whenever you see another natural this thing, scenery or natural beauty, you start feeling good. Okay, natural scenery. So beautiful, how beautiful it is. So you really enjoy the scenery. This universe is made up of five elements. What are they? We start from earth, air, water, sky, and fire. The sky is generally, you need not take notes, not required. It's all there. Because what will happen is, if you start taking the notes, your mind will be there in writing. You will not be able to absorb. Just here. See, whatever, always remember, whatever has to get it, you will get it. Suppose, now this will be available offline also. In case you want to refer something, you can always refer. So please don't waste your time in taking notes. First, try to absorb. Okay. And you can, suppose you have a doubt or something, so you can always go to chat and then you mention right there. Then we have a question and answer session. But till 11:30, we will have the first session. Then we have a break for about 15-20 minutes. Then we will start the second session. The last session will be a question and answers. So at that time you can ask question. In the meantime, you can put it in the chat also, so that I can see that and then I can answer. Okay. So these are the five elements which form the life force. Basic thing is, they call it as Panchabhuta or whatever, five elements. Here, generally the sky in acupuncture, it is referred to as wood. It is referred to as wood. There are various reasons for it, but let us not get into all that. That is not required now. So five elements. When all these five elements are there, only then life force will come. See, and it should be in what? It should be in balanced state. We have all the planets, but it is only on Earth you see the life forms, not in any other planets. They've been trying to find out whether life form is there, whether water is there. If water is there, life form will be there. It's not so. The life form consists of all the five elements in a balanced state. See, what are the things? What is the nature? The nature of all the five elements is, you first there was how the as per the scriptures, the first thing what came into being was sound, or the sound, which in all the religions, all the things they talk about sound to start with. That is Akash. First one is Akash. Only sound was there. Then sound plus touch, the feel. So that is in air. Air means it's got the sound and it has got the feeling. You can feel the air. You can't see. Akash you can't see. It is only sound. So whereas air, you can, sound is there because when it passes, it's a hissing sound. But at the same time, the feeling is there when the air falls. Suppose you sit under a fan, you can still feel the air, right? The next form is sound, touch, and shape. That is fire. Sound, touch, and shape. So fire has got a shape. Okay, it's got a sound, and also it's got the touch. You can feel. The next one is sound, touch, shape, and taste. Suppose you pour water, water gets the shape. Water shape is there. And additionally, what it's got? It has got a taste. Taste. The last one, final one, is earth. Earth is what? It has got a sound, touch, shape, taste, and smell. Smell. So that is what you find in here. So all the five characters are there in earth. That is what we are. We are also having all the five elements. Whereas, like in this, we have sound, touch, shape, taste, and smell. All the five. So when what we started off with only sound. Then all the five listeners come. That is where the existence of life, and life force starts. So if you start going back, what is meditation? Meditation is, you slowly start getting rid of all these vasanas, all these five things, the characters. Slowly, then you reach total silence. You will get. So sound will be there, and after that, nothing will be there. That is the supreme. Our idea should be to reach that level. What they call it as meditation or whatever. There is no religion attached. Please note. There is no religion attached. So many religions. Actually, what is God? God means what? It is not a noun. It is a verb. So, in all religions, they talk only about two things. One is love, and desire is the root cause for all. So we should also, side by side, as we learn this acupuncture therapy, we should also, side by side, we should also learn how to renounce slowly. So that once you are completely, fully charged with this energy, the divine energy, there is no disease. That is what we are going to get. Right? So as I told you, the five elements, any life form if you take, these five elements are the core, the entire core for your life. So there are a lot of, because generally actually, the life expectancy is 120 years. 120 years. But rarely we see people, who live up to 100 years. Why? Because we prematurely die because of illness and disease. It is not being done. So why is this happening? Because so many diseases, this is as per the WHO report, which you can see later. What do you see here? You heard of deer. How do they look like? All of them are same, no? Is there any fat deer? Is there any lean deer? Is there any short deer? No, no. Why? Whereas see this, humans, there are people who are fat or lean, short, some. Why? Because the deer, they are all with, or for that matter, any animals, they are all with nature. But we have gone away from nature, gone totally away from nature. That is why we are in different shapes. The natural food means it should contain all the six tastes. What are the six tastes? Sweet. Opposite of sweet is hot. Then you have sour. Opposite of sour is salt. So you see, and whenever you eat anything hot, always you take a little bit of sweet, it compensates. The sweet taste is acidic, whereas the hot is alkaline. Hot is alkaline, opposite. Then you have sour taste. Sour is acidic. Salt is alkaline. Then you have bitter, and then bittersweet. Bitter and bittersweet. I think you should be able to differentiate between the two. So let us take bitter means what is actually bitter? You can say to Karela, your bitter gourd. So that is a bitter taste. Whereas bittersweet is something to aricanate or something. What they call it as pakku. Aricanate. There is a bittersweet or so many other things. So these are the opposite tastes. But if anything what you eat should contain all the six tastes. Should contain all the six tastes. Even if there is one taste devoid, you should not take. So when you process it, some of the tastes they disappear. For example, let us take the solid example of sugar, white sugar. The white sugar contains only sweet, nothing else. Because everything got chemically process the entire thing. So when all the six tastes are not there, that means the food is dead. So you put some white sugar out, immediately you start getting ants. But you put a jaggery, pure jaggery, no ants will come. Whereas white sugar, ants will come immediately. So that means it is dead. So there are no six tastes are not there. You should not eat. Salt, refined salt. It contains the taste of only salt. It does not contain other tastes. Whereas the rock salt or the sea salt, it contains all the six tastes. Salt is more. That is all. Your body will take only such things. When it is dead, it doesn't really absorb. See, the energy what you get is of two types. One is the yin energy and another one is the yang energy. We'll come to all yin yang and all that. Yin energy is the one what you have inside. You are made up of two. One is the energy inside which you can't see. The other one is your body which you can see. Suppose light is there. Suppose you switch off the light, that means when you don't supply the current, okay, the light doesn't burn or the fan doesn't rotate. There is no, that is called what is called the inside yin energy, what is within you. You have that life force. The life force only operates the body, the matter, or you call it as energy and matter. Only that operates. If yin is not there, the yang will not work. That is, the matter will not function. So you have to really take something which has got a life force. When it goes in, the energy goes into two. I'll tell you from where all you get the energy next slide. The energy will divide into two. One is the yang energy, what is physical. Another one is unseen energy. That unseen energy only charges your energy inside. That's why we say, take anything which has got a life. If you process this too much, then that means your life force doesn't get charged. That is why when we get into problem, because that life force only has to take care of your body. Unfortunately, we give more importance to our body and not to our life force. Only for body you put scent into that, you put nice clothing and whatnot. You care more for your body, but you don't care for the soul. That is the life force. That is why we are into problem. Start caring more for your soul, then your life will be. How to take care of that, we'll come to it. We'll talk about it. Okay, so the food, what we eat, most important thing is, the food, what we eat, should contain all the six tastes. Only when all the six tastes are there, the life force gets charged. Okay. So where do you get this energy from? The energy what we get is mainly from food. The minute your cells, they want glucose, your hunger will start. Once, only when the energy is lost in the blood. Excess energy is stored inside the muscles and liver and whatnot. That is different. But in general, so when there is lesser amount of glucose in the body, your hunger will come. But once the hunger comes, suppose you don't eat, will it sustain for a long time? It won't. Why? Because the stored energy is pushed into the blood. So your hunger will be gone. So that is how the food comes in. So there again, as I told you, one is the physical energy, another one is the unseen energy, in energy. Another one is air. You breathe in. It is known as prana. Known as prana. So generally what we say, oxygen goes in and carbon dioxide comes. That is one part. The second part is your chi, CHI. The chi. Okay. That energy goes in. That energy also goes in. And that charges your life force. Oxygen purifies your blood. That is for this yang energy. Whereas this one charges your life force. That's why they say, suppose the whole place is stinking. Immediately close your nose. Why should you close your nose? It doesn't want the bad things to go in. Right? So, but generally what happens now, we are now so much accustomed to stinking places, so we breathe the bad energy also inside. These are the reasons for becoming sick. Reasons for becoming sick. So that is air. And then the third one is water. Water is very important. Water is very. So why it is important is, one thing is the fluid, whatever you have. But most of the things, beyond food also. Most of them we mix it with water and take. But people have a lot of misconception that taking my fluid is very less. So I have to drink 4 liters of water, 3 liters of water per day. No. Your water requirement is actually for the spleen. Because why in summer we want more water? Why should we take more water? Thirst is more. Why? Because the water requirement is actually for the spleen. It's actually for the spleen. The spleen becomes hot. So where do you feel the thirst? You feel the thirst only here. Lips. That is the external organ. We'll come to that. You feel the thirst only here. So what you should do? You should drink water, sip by sip, but that should not get into your stomach. Only here. Sip by sip. As much as you can. As long as the thirst is gone, you take it. Otherwise, what will happen is the water will get inside the stomach. Water doesn't have any other fur. Only it has got a life force. So then once it goes inside, the digestive energy will be wasted to digest water. So you should not consume water, gulp water. Take it sip by sip. Should go only up to your esophagus. Should not reach your stomach. But take as much as you can. And today, what kind of water we are getting? Or what kind of water we are drinking? Mineral water. Or RO water. Right? You should take. I don't say that you can take any dirty water and drink. Because again, a lot of waste will get into your system. So you should not do that. But this RO water does not have any life force. You just try it, take RO water, start pouring it to your plant continuously. Plant will die. Now you might ask me a question. Then what is that we have? There is no pure water available. Water is so quite contaminated. So what water should I drink? Yes, what I say is take RO water, store it in a pot, earthen pot. A life force gets into it. Minimum 3 to 4 hours. Store it. So what we have at home is we have an RO plant, reverse osmosis plant, and we keep a pot down below. store it, and from that we take. So you just see, whenever it rains, the garden, your own garden, will be green in color. I mean, it'll be with what do you call, bubbling with enthusiasm. But put that, bore water or anything, that freshness will not be there. So how to know whether your pot water is filled with life force? Take the pot water, and so you might have plants in your house. Just start pouring it on the leaves. See, you can see the same bubbling energy. That is why, please, what you do is put it in a pot. Suppose you want to take it to your office or driving in a car, even portable. What do you fill that water? Don't take just water. Fill that water and carry it. Again, life force. Because what we are talking more important should be given to the life force energy. Life force energy. So if that life force energy is not there, the digestion will not be proper, the absorption will not be proper. You have that life force energy. And the most important thing is your skin, 24/7, it starts absorbing the cosmic energy, what is there available outside. 24/7 it absorbs. So that means it starts charging itself. But when all the acupuncture points or whatever you call meridians, when do they absorb? Only when there is no waste. Whenever there is a waste accumulation, some of the points get blocked. So we have to release that. That is why we use this. But practically, first question comes, practically is it possible to get pure air? We say get pure air. But is it possible to get pure air? Is it possible to get pure water? Is it possible to get pure food? Today, all the foods are from chemical fertilizers. In today's context, to convert a land which is infested with fertilizers, chemical fertilizers, into an organic, it will take minimum 3 years. So farmers will not be interested. That's why they go on putting fertilizers, chemical fertilizers. So more and more chemical fertilizers put. You have to use more and more pesticides. More and more pesticides. So all those chemicals, whatever we eat, it gets into our system. It damages our body. So more and more energy is required. Right? So it is practically not, we may talk so much, but practically it is not possible to have a pure, entire, organic way of life. Not possible. Because so many vehicles are there. Look at, you meant to say, in a city, millions of vehicles are there. You meant to say you will get a pure air to breathe? Look, so much of lead gets into the system. So how to get rid of all that? Is how to build up your mind. Thought process. Once you get into a very good thought process, all these things will be taken. We'll come to that later. So, sorry. So why there is a disease? The disease is nothing but imbalance of the fire. All the energies should be in balance. If it is not in balance, suppose for example, we use fire for cooking, right? We use fire for cooking, but this can be also disastrous. It's not under control. There should be balance. Only whenever there is a balance. Suppose you see a lot of flood, because where water imbalance, water is found more, then you have the cyclone, you have fire, you have drought. So why all these things they happen? They happen because of imbalance. So what happens outside nature? Same thing when it happens within you. This results in disease. Same thing when it happens in you, the imbalance. This is the disease. So we have to balance it. We have to balance it. So, where is the disease? Where is the disease? Generally, what happens is, no, because I tell you, please don't take into consideration that only acupuncture is good, all the other systems are bad. No. All systems are good. All systems are good. But certain systems have drawbacks in certain ways. That's all. All the systems are. They have all of them. They have plus and minus points. Don't be crazy saying that because I have seen. Because I have seen, a lot of people saying that no, this is not something. You don't take medicines at all. You don't do this at all. No, it is not something like that. It is not something like that. Every system has got its merits and demerits. So don't be fanatic about. I have seen a lot of acupuncture doctors saying that no, don't take medicines at all. It is very bad for you. That is good. So some people are advocating in childbirth at home, and you should see. Actually, a lot of cases were also there. Childbirth at home, you can do it when somebody died. You are looking at a video delivering the child at home. Okay, when that system is good, provided you are 100% with nature, the system is good. But are we 100% with nature? You might think, how do you know how much of chemical was there in a brinjal? How do you know? Are you testing each brinjal and then are you eating? And somebody says this is organic. How do you know it is organic? But just because he has claimed the label. And what happens is actually organic should be cheaper. But now because everything has become very commercial. And now what they do, organic is very highly priced. Why? You are not using any fertilizer. You are not using any pesticides. This is the cost input is there. It should be available at a cheaper rate. After all, you are going to use a cow dung and this and that and what. So that is why the problem is because people, they get hooked onto this. And these guys, commercial guys, they loot. They loot you. Please, for heaven's sake, don't get carried away. The myth that only this system is very good, that system is good. All systems are good. Take the plus points in each and every system. Suppose you are chronic, you have a chronic disease. Even yesterday there was somebody was talking. So they say, now what is the acupuncture solution? There cannot be any solution in acupuncture. Acupuncture comes, acupuncture helps. But don't get into a myth. And somebody, because generally these guys, they have a habit saying that somebody dies. No, he has to die, so he died. Because they won't accept that it was his mistake, because of it he died. Why, for that matter, when I was terribly sick, I was not even able to walk, I thank allopathy. Only that system brought me back, because a chemical infested body has to be treated with a chemical only. You come to a particular stage, then you switch over. Then that is what I did. Today I am able to walk, today I am able to drink. I know Kamala and all, they will know about the situation in which I was. So it is something, don't get carried away. Please never, for heaven's sake, please don't get carried away. Use the best in every system. See, acupuncture has got its own good, because if you start doing it at a very early age, okay, and I mix spirituality with acupuncture, so that you can protect yourself. Still beyond that, something might happen. You can't help it. So try to take the best. What is it? How quickly you can get out of the situation? It is what you have to think of. Okay, now, where is the disease? What do they say now? Today, you go to a doctor. Please remember that I am not decrying allopathy. Okay, I am only telling you how you can avoid. You can avoid a major disease. First, what they say you take a blood test. If there is anything biopsy, go to the cells. Then they take an image, either it is sonogram or X-ray or whatever it is. Then take the organ, all that. But the disease is already setting. The disease has set in already. You are only diagnosing it at a later date. The first change, always what happens is you may not even have symptoms, but first change of where the disease sets in is at the energy level. First change happens in the imbalance in energy. So when there is an imbalance in energy, the absorption everything, then that gets transferred to a chemical imbalance. That is where you find it out in cells or in blood. So the creatinine is high, or this is high, that is high. But before that, this happened already in the energy. First thing is the energy. Then chemical imbalance, then chemical imbalance then that leads to imbalance in cells. Then from cells, it is tissues. From tissues, it is to organs. Right? And then it affects the whole body. This is how the process happens. So if you are able to balance it at the energy level itself, don't you think that you can cure the disease? So your body is producing millions of cells every day and day in and day out. But if you are going to only treat that is for example, the chemical imbalance, or only treat the cell imbalance, or only treat the tissue imbalance, then, but energy imbalance you have not treated. So the disease continues. The disease continues. This is always it comes in. See, you remember, lot of new cells are being produced every day. Right? So if the new cells which are produced are good ones, do you have the same kidney as you had last year? So a lot of new cells have come in. No? Old things have gone. New things have come in. Lot of things, new things have come in. So the kidney itself is a new kidney. But why the kidney is always damaged? Because you have not corrected the energy imbalance. If you have corrected the energy imbalance, the new cells which are produced will be healthy cells. So always remember, you have to correct the energy imbalance only. You can do this. You can do this. I don't say you cannot do this. But energy imbalance has to be corrected. That's why you slowly withdraw the medicine, then you correct. When it is at a very large stage, severe stage, it is very difficult to correct. Even if you correct, it is very difficult to recover fully. That is why you suffer. Okay. So how does the disease progress? Root cause is there. That is what we say is the energy. Okay, there is an energy change. Okay, then internal symptoms you have, then you have external symptoms. Pain is usually the internal symptom. Whenever there is a pain, that means something is happening, it is repairing. See, body knows what it does. Unfortunately, we don't hear. We don't hear to our body. We always would like to do what we want. That is why I said desire is the root cause for all problems. Our tongue. That is the main culprit. Okay, so control this. I will tell you how to control desire. Talk about. So root cause, there is an energy change. Internal symptoms, external symptoms. When an energy change, it's a chemical change. Then what? Is understood? Clear? Then is falling. You said you can trace every sickness, every disease, and every ailment to toxin accumulation. Means the accumulation of the waste is the cause for any disease. Why it happens? It happens because of your energy. Accumulation happens because. So that is the toxin accumulation. The toxin accumulation is the cause. Or waste accumulation. Toxin, we can generally say waste accumulation. And its elimination is identified as disease. There is no disease at all. Absolutely there is no disease. Only its elimination, you are finding it as disease. Now, all the chronic diseases are all on the increase. Let us not, we'll go to each disease. related it, how to go about it. These are also thyroid, arthritis, diabetes. Diabetes is one of the major diseases because of lifestyle change. Because we will also talk about diabetes later. Because of lifestyle change. Otherwise, diabetes is not a disease at all. To be very frank, I was diabetic, but I got rid of diabetes. Totally. Simple. Very, very simple. Only thing is you have to change your lifestyle. Actually, only after that only I got interested in I was diabetic for nearly 15 years. After that, when I got food, then only I took interest in acupuncture. Then I started learning. Then I started practicing. I started teaching. But the administrative methodology of acupuncture, which I am not agree. Actually, I tell you, that one of my very bright student and excellent in Hyderabad. So that fellow died. Having a roaring practice. I used to do all sorts of. So, but he died. A few more of my friends, the students, they also died. It's because of energy. Because the energy, your life force energy is there for you to take care of your body. But you start giving it to somebody, donating it to somebody. You're finished. So, accumulation is the cause for all diseases. So, waste is a killer. So, waste elimination is this I told. Waste elimination is. So, what is the state of waste? Not only state of waste, state of energy also goes into that. First, it is the gaseous state. First, this is the gaseous state. Then, what happens? Compressed and it gets into liquid. Then it becomes a solid. You are breathing out every day. When you are breathing out, that means you are also eliminating waste. You pass urine, waste in the form of liquid. Feces, waste in the form of soil. The waste also gets into all. Suppose if the food digestion is good, then the quantity you eat. But whatever you eat, definitely there is a waste which is any factory for that matter. Suppose you take a sugar factory. One side sugar comes out, the other side molasses. Whatever energy, there's always a waste which is produced. Good and bad, they exist together. That's what you call it as yin and yang. So what happens is there is an assimilation. Suppose I'm breathing in, that I'm assimilating in it. When I'm breathing out, I'm eliminating it. So assimilation and elimination, even though it looks like two different processes, but they are one. When assimilation happens, elimination will not happen. Or when elimination happens, assimilation will happen. They used to say, Lankanam Parama Aushatam. Lankanam Parama Aushatam means, that is, whenever Aushatam means treatment, drug, or medicine. And Lankanam means don't eat. Because what is happening, suppose somebody has got a vomiting, or somebody has got a diarrhea. What is happening there? It is eliminating. It is waste. The body is eliminating the waste. At that time you will not have hunger. You will never have hunger. Because it is eliminating the waste. So assimilation will not happen. Can you breathe in and breathe out at the same time? No. So what you should do, you should not eat anything because there is no hunger. Body is talking to you, body is telling you. Suppose you got fever, I am very tired. I cannot do any work. It means what? Body is asking you to take rest. Just don't move out. I am treating you. Please take rest. Right? So that way, whenever there is an assimilation, elimination will happen. Right? So suppose people will say, suppose somebody has got a fever. Oh, you don't have energy. Please take milk. Please take that. Please take this. The boy or the person who is having the fever will never be hungry. You are forcing as if it is going to be. Body will not take. everything will be converted to this.